You're at 109 right now.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Excuse me. This is iSee109. This is also my second channel. Is Bored in Los Angeles. Today's topic is MaryJane Byarm, everybody's favorite world traveler. Go, black girl, go! Yeah. All right. So this is her channel over here. I have a new account, so I haven't subscribed to her account. I'll subscribe now. I've just subscribed. All right, so let's go in and check out what MaryJane is up to, shall we? All righty. Now with this video, MaryJane is very controversial. I'll say that, okay? And what I want to do is I want to check her claim. All right, there's a video right about here. Hopefully you can see that. It says visiting my 138th country. All right, so she says she's traveled to 138 countries as of 12 days ago. All right, she complains about loneliness. Yeah, loneliness is real, it's true, but 138 countries. So let's check this claim. Has she actually traveled to 138 countries? You know, she has been diligent and she has been recording and uploading videos. Oh, look, she has 1,500 videos over the course of more than 7 years. Her channel has been around for how long? 14 years. 14 years. So she's been traveling 7 years consistently, according to the video that I watched before starting this video. She said that out of her own mouth, her own words. She says she's been traveling for 7 years on her own consistently. But she's had a channel since for 14 years, which is understandable. All right, now 1,570 videos. That's quite a lot. So what I'm going to do here with this video is I'm going to search. I'm going to search her channel for 138 countries. All right. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to look at a list that I have in front of me on my desk, which you cannot see, of course. I'm just going to run down the list of countries, the 42 countries that I've been to, and I'm going to check off if she's been to those countries, been to the same countries. I'm pretty sure that she has. But hey, what the heck? We're gonna run through 42 countries and see. All right. So here we go. On my list, first country is South Korea. All right. And here we go. 6 years ago, last day in Korea vlog shopping, haul, cafes, etc. How I became a world traveler, South Korea, mukbang. Mukbang. All right. Let me see what else. I'm going to North Korea. Did she go to North Korea? Now that's interesting. I haven't been to North Korea. All right. So look, the first two videos, yeah, she's in Korea. Okay. Let me check out this video. I'm going to North Korea. All right, I'm gonna turn that off. Let's see. Was she only talking? That's not North Korea. Is it? No, she's like in Vietnam. That's just a picture. Let me see. No, North Korea doesn't have all those cars. Okay, that's definitely not Korea, neither North or South. Possibly, I don't know what language that is. I don't know what language that is. That doesn't look like Thai. We're just, what language is that? All right, so I'm gathering, I'm gathering from this video that she was only talking about, she posed the question, I'm going to North Korea. Am I going to North Korea? She's looking at this information, and I still don't know which country she is in. No, okay. So this is not a video about her being in North Korea, so let's just go back. All right, so I'm checking off the first country, Korea. All right, the next country on my list is Japan. I've seen her in Japan, so I'm not even gonna search for those videos. All right, so she's been to Japan. Let's look at the next country. The next country I've been to on my list is Taiwan. All right, here we go. Taiwan night street food. All right, MaryJane has a video there. Everything I did today, solo traveling, Taipei. All right, she's been to Taipei. Taiwan, okay. All right, here we go. The Philippines. All right. Phuket, Thailand pops up. Why does that pop up? I see Thailand vlog. I see Thailand. I see this. I see Armenia. I see Bali. Okay, I see other countries. I don't see the Philippines popping up here. How I edit my Instagram. Okay, why isn't there a Philippines video that just pops up at the top that just says, Philippines? Did I misspell Philippines? Is that why? Philippines. No. Well, yeah, I spelled it now, but I don't think I misspelled it initially. All right, so let's type in Manila maybe. Maybe she put in Manila. 16-hour flight across the world. Why would that say anything? She might have had a layover in Manila or something. All right, I want to see videos of her in the Philippines. Manila, Makati. There's nothing for Makati. What about Cebu or Boracay? Everything yummy I ate in Asia this year. Okay. Okay, Boracay. Okay. All right. Has she been to the Philippines? That's the question. Did I spell Philippines correctly? Okay. I see Thailand up here, but I don't see the Philippines. Surely if she had been to the Philippines, there would have been something that said Manila in the title, right? Okay, so I'm putting a question mark next to the Philippines because I don't think she's been there. Okay, the next country on my list is China. I know she's been to China. She's made videos. I've watched those videos. Okay. All right. What about Canada? Back in America, Iceland, Toronto. There's 2 passports in less than 2 years. Well, the Canada, I'm putting. She's been to Toronto. All right, so we'll give her that. She's been to Toronto, but still. All right, let's see. Has she been to Peru? I know she's been to Machu Picchu. Let's see. MaryJane's Andes. Okay, the Andes. Yeah. Yep, there's Peru. Okay, she's got Peru in the title. There she goes. She's got Peru. All right, that was easy. All right, that's all we're looking for. The name of the country in the title. That's what we're looking for. All right. The next one, I think she spent a lot of time in Dubai. So I was gonna type in UAE, United Arab Emirates. But I've seen videos. I've seen her talk about Dubai. She loves Dubai. Oh, Dubai, Abu Dhabi. Okay. So she's been to Dubai. She's been to the UAE. Whether she's been to Dubai, whether she's been to Abu Dhabi. All right, what's next? Saudi Arabia. Has she been to the kingdom? Saudi Arabia. I lived and worked there as an English teacher. Let's see. He was gorgeous, Arab, and wanted to marry me my wildest flight. All right, so she's talking about other things. This was 6 months ago. All right, Dubai. How I travel for free and make money doing it 5 years ago. Street food in Dubai. Okay, I don't see Saudi Arabia in the title. I see the Middle East. I see the Bahraini flag. Okay. All these countries solo. All right, so 3 years ago. All right, I don't see a Saudi Arabia video title. All right, so I'm going to have to put a question mark next to that one. Like, why isn't there a video? She's got 1,500 videos and she doesn't have Saudi Arabia in the title and she's a world traveler. What's up with that? Okay, Bahrain. I see Bahrain. Okay, I've seen it. Okay, we're good. What about Qatar? Qatar. What about Qatar? All right, we got a video of her in Qatar. I can actually see her in the country. Okay. All right, let's check her out in Oman, another Middle Eastern country. Middle East, what is that, right? Okay, she's been to Oman. Look at that. Her 129th country, Oman. At the absolute worst time of the year, she visits Oman. Whatever. You did it. You knocked it out. Okay. All right, so Oman is okay. Now, as far as a country goes, I've been to Guam. All right. It looks like she doesn't have Guam. She doesn't have Guam. She's never been to Guam. She doesn't have a video with Guam in the title. So, what about Guam is what, Upper Antilles, I believe? Nope. Put Upper Antilles, so not even that. Upper Antilles, Lower Antilles. All right. Has she been to Turkey? I'm sure she's been to Turkey. Takes Turkey solo. All right. She's been to Turkey. I know she's been to Ethiopia. According to my list, guys, that's what I'm going by, okay? Ethiopia. All right. She's been there. I've seen videos. I've seen all that. Tanzania. Tanzania. Let's see if she's been there. Yes. Traveling Tanzania. Tanzania. Alone. Why do you have to say alone? Of course, we know you're traveling alone. All right. Next. Morocco. Morocco's an easy one. Low-hanging fruit, right? For an American. All right. 3 years ago, she posted a video from Morocco. All right. Egypt. I know she's been to Egypt. I saw her complaining about her travels through Egypt. All right. What about Ghana? Has she been to Ghana? Am I Ethiopian? All right. So Addis Ababa. Okay. I've already gone through Ethiopia. I mentioned I saw those videos. Visiting my 105th country. Why isn't the name? More so the number, not so much the name. Where is the name? Where is Ghana? Now, I'm not checking her as in uh there are countries there are countries that I'm not trying to say, hey, she hasn't been to these countries. She said that she said that she's been to 138 countries. So I guess I'm finding the countries that she hasn't been to according to my 41 country list. All right, Ghana. All right. Has she been to Mexico? I think, of course. What I eat in a day as a vegan traveler? Mexico. All right, she's been to Mexico. Wait a minute. Let's go back to Ghana. It looks like she hasn't been to Ghana. All right, next. Has she been to Cuba? I think she's been to Cuba. I learned Spanish by traveling Latin America. Wait, she's got Mexico, Guatemala, Costa Rica, Panama, Colombia, El Salvador, Nicaragua, Guatemala. I think those are the flags. I can't say which order, but I think that's Guatemala. Honduras, Nicaragua, El Salvador. That's what those are. All right. Well, it looks like she's gotten around to a bunch of these Latin American countries. That video was posted 6 years ago. All right. So Costa Rica. Wait, I didn't find Cuba. There's nothing that says Cuba? MaryJane hasn't been to Cuba? That doesn't even seem right. She's an international traveler. Cuba's like should be high on the list. There should be Let me see. Maybe Havana in the title. Oh my gosh, I don't think she's been to Cuba. It doesn't look like it. Havana, Cuba? It should just come up as Cuba. You just type it in and it should say Cuba. Why isn't that? Wow, so she hasn't been to Cuba. That's ridiculous. I've been to Cuba. Cuba is 90 miles away from Florida. She's from the East Coast. She's from New Jersey. Seems like a low-hanging fruit for her. All right, Costa Rica, she's been there. Colombia. Looks like, yeah, the flag down here. Colombia, she's been to Colombia. All right. Panamanian flag is right there. All right, Switzerland. Pretty sure she's been to Switzerland. Yep, here she is in Switzerland. Yep, I've been to Switzerland. All right. Has she been to Germany? My cousins are from Germany. Looks like she's in Germany, exploring beautiful Ulm, Germany. Okay. Has she been to Spain? I think, yeah, well, she said she's been to all of these European countries. So, all right, we've got Spain in the titles. We got Barcelona. We've got 48 hours in Barcelona, Spain. Mm-hmm. All right, so what I'm getting the sense of after, searching for these few countries and just looking at the titles of her videos, I'm getting the sense that, yeah, she really wants YouTubers to fund her, her lifestyle, period. Black Mary and Jesus statue. Oh, now that's interesting. 7 years ago, Black Mary and Jesus statue. Okay. I'm going to have to check that one out. That seems really interesting. Right up my alley. But yeah, like she is, entitling these videos, 48 hours in Barcelona, visiting my 136th country, but mm, she's not meticulous, with her approach to travel. She's enjoying herself, going from country to country, eating the foods that she likes, staying in hotels that are safe for her. I mean, yeah, if you're as popular a YouTuber as Mary Jane, I wouldn't want you to stay in a hostel, as I'm sure you wouldn't want that for yourself if you're that popular. I mean, things can happen. You want to protect yourself, and she's got quite a few followers. So, however, I will say I would stay at a hostel in Japan, and I've seen videos of her staying in really nice places in Tokyo, and those places aren't inexpensive. So I think, phew, like, yo, cut back. I mean, at this point right now, the verdict is, yeah, she's using YouTubers to fund her lifestyle because she's just enjoying herself. She's not. She's trying to say, hey guys, I'm going to visit all these countries this year, but she's also like, meh, I'm gonna go to Europe and chill out because I didn't, you know, fundraising wasn't as successful. I need to get more money. I'm gonna go chill out in Europe until I can get some more money. Yeah, she's drawing it out. She's got 357,000 subscribers. So she's just drawing it out, taking her time traveling the globe. No pressure, no worries, just whatever. Man, all right, so what's next? Portugal. Of course she's been to Portugal, right? I don't see the title. The best city in Europe. The best city in Europe. That's what she says. Okay. Hopefully that's Portugal. My favorite country in Europe by far. All right, I'm guessing that's Portugal. Oh, there it is right there. It says Portugal in the right there. Okay, yeah. So she's been to Portugal. She's been to Spain. Has she been to England? Has she been to the UK? Yep, there she is. 7 years ago. All right. Has she been to Ireland? Ireland. Hmm. Drink this every day and thank me later. I see Iceland, but I don't see Ireland. Oh man. Laos, Shanghai, Tokyo, Hawaii, New Jersey. Yeah, it doesn't look like she's been to Ireland. Okay, let's type in Dublin. Has she been to Dublin? Self-employed traveler. I don't think she's been to Ireland. Doesn't look like it. All right, what's next? Thailand. Has she been to Thailand? Oh yeah, of course she has been to Thailand. When I typed in the Philippines, the only thing that popped up was Thailand. She's been to Phuket, Bangkok, the Phi Phi Islands, Patong Beach. She's been to Bangla. Yeah, she's been to Thailand. She spends her time enjoying the beach. Look at her in a bathing suit and everything. Yeah. Females in Thailand don't do this. Okay. Oh yeah, she's got a lot of Thailand videos. I mean, Thailand is quite affordable. I just came back a month and a half ago or so from Thailand. Yep, let me tell you. All right, so next, Denmark. Looks like she's been to Denmark, Sweden, and Denmark, crossing the border between Sweden and Denmark. There she is. Yeah, Sweden. Okay, we can take Sweden off, check Sweden off as well. All right. Poland. Looks like she's been to Poland. 7 years ago, she was in Poland. 7 years ago, she was in Poland, and wasn't it 7 years ago, 6 or 7 years ago, that she was in Latin America? Yes, like her travels are just inconsistent. Like you can do in 2 months. Okay, she's drawn this out. She said she's been traveling for 7 years and she hasn't completed all of the countries. Yeah, she's very much taking her time. Leisurely. She's taking a leisurely stroll throughout the world. No rush. But she keeps telling us, hey, I need more money. I need more. Yeah, I'm sure you do. We all do. Man. All right, Puerto Rico. Has she been to Puerto Rico? It doesn't look like she's been to Puerto Rico. I mean, although Puerto Rico is the United States, I don't think she's been to Puerto Rico. Yeah, but just like Guam, Guam and Puerto Rico. The reason why I included these, maybe you're wondering, like, those aren't countries. That's the United States. What are you talking about? Those are territories. Yeah, that's true. That's true. But you know what also is true? If you look at the travel book by Lonely Planet, I have a copy. Big, it's a massive book. They're showing the countries of the world, and in the list of countries that are shown in that book, they include Guam and Puerto Rico, um, and some other, places that you wouldn't think are on the list of countries, but actually they are. So it really boils down to which list of countries are you actually using, because I think basically MaryJane is almost finished with traveling to every country in the world if you're going by the number of countries in the United Nations. United Nations, I just listened to what Voyager, what the message to the intergalactic sort of thing, a majig. I don't know what I'm describing. I saw it on Instagram or something or TikTok, and then um, so okay, there was an alien, and the alien, it's a commercial, right? What I'm describing is a commercial. There's an alien in outer space, and the alien enters a record store on his planet, and he finds the golden record, Voyager. Voyager is the name of the group or whatever. It was an album. It's like a 4-track album that was produced by the United Nations. All right. And on that track, I believe I heard them say there are 140 odd countries. I think like 146 countries. I think. I think that's what I heard, okay? But if you look at the Lonely Planets, the travel book, you'll find that there's like 190 countries on their list. And then in other publications, it says that there are like 200 countries or more. And so it's like, whose list are you using, really? So, all right, anyway, I hope I explained myself. Okay, so next, let's see if she's been to Ecuador. Look, she hasn't even been to Ecuador. How you gonna go? How you gonna go to Peru and Colombia and skip Ecuador? Has she even been to Bolivia? Now, I haven't been to Bolivia, which is it's not on my list, but let's see. All right, so she doesn't have the flag. She doesn't have the Bolivian flag. She doesn't have the Ecuadorian flag. She has the Colombian flag. All right, so I don't think she's been to those two countries. All right, has she been to Kuwait? I don't think she's been to Kuwait. Kuwait's not that like. Look, we've got my advice for women traveling abroad. Your advice, okay? She's like a little teenager who's just living the dream, y'all. And here she is, just talking about, I've got advice for you. I can tell you. Hmm. She's she's YouTube University's #1 graduate. You know, she's the teacher. She's the professor. Graduate from YouTube University by watching her videos and learning from her. All right, so Kuwait isn't on the list. She hasn't been to Kuwait. Has she been to Sri Lanka? I've been to Sri Lanka. Oh, all transparency. I haven't been to Kuwait. I had a layover at the airport in Kuwait, but I never got off the airport. So it's on the list, but you know, I haven't been to Kuwait. All right. Sri Lanka. Looks like she's been to Sri Lanka. She got out the airport. She did her thing. All right. Sri Lanka. The first video, Beauty and Health Secrets of Sri Lanka. That's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for videos with the names of the countries in the titles. All right. Okay. Let's see. Next, Vietnam. I think she's been to Vietnam. She's got to have been. Crossing Vietnam border. Yeah. She's been to Vietnam. What about Cambodia? Let's see. Cambodia to Thailand to Laos. Oh, she's been to Laos. I haven't been to Laos. What else? Singapore. 24 hours in Singapore. She's been to Singapore. All right. All right, y'all. And then the last country I have on my list is the United States of America. So those are 42 countries that I've just gone through. And of the 42 that are on the list of countries that I've traveled to, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There are 9 countries on my list of 42 countries that it appears MaryJane hasn't been to. That list includes the Philippines, Saudi Arabia, Guam, which you can argue is not actually a country. You can argue that that's a territory in the United States. You could argue that. Ghana, Cuba, which is curious because I could have sworn I thought I saw her in Cuba in one of these videos. I'll have to do another search and see. But Cuba did not come up in any of the titles. Okay. Ireland. Puerto Rico. Now, Puerto Rico is another country that you can argue because it's a territory, U.S. territory, but, or is it a protectorate? I don't know. Puerto Ricans can vote, not in national elections, not in the presidential, but they can. I don't know. I'm unsure. I'm uncertain of what Puerto Ricans can or cannot do, but they are U.S. citizens. My cousins are Puerto Rican. All right. Ecuador. She hasn't been to Ecuador. She's been to Colombia and Peru, but not Ecuador. And then Kuwait. She's been to the Middle East, but she hasn't been to Saudi Arabia or Kuwait. Seems quite strange because I kind of recall her being in those countries, seeing videos or something. I don't know. Wow. All right. Well, Of the 42 countries that I've been to, including the one Kuwait that I've had a layover, only a layover. Canada, personally, I haven't been to Canada. I'm just being transparent. I haven't been to Canada. I stayed at the airport for like 3 hours. I had a layover in Vancouver. Yeah. So I've actually been to, let's see, 40, take those two off, between like 39 and 40. If you include America, I've been to 40 countries. Yeah, absolutely. 40. Is that right? Wait a minute. No. No, I've probably been to only 38 countries. Take America. If you take, in my case, if you take off Puerto Rico, Guam, America, Kuwait, I've been to 38 countries, 38 countries strong. But if you include Guam and Puerto Rico, then that'll bump me up to at least 40. And then, yeah. All right. So 138 countries. I really wonder which countries did she, if she hasn't been to Cuba, if she hasn't been to Cuba, Ireland, Puerto Rico, Ecuador, Kuwait, Ghana, Guam, Saudi Arabia, or the Philippines, then yeah, something really does seem fishy. And I am absolutely of the opinion that she is taking a lead. She's taking her viewers for a ride. She is not serious about traveling the world at all. She says she wants to travel 57 more countries. If I'm not mistaken, the United Nations says there are only like 140 some odd countries, which means she doesn't have 57 countries to go. It says it right here, 57 countries to go. She's got far fewer. She's got like 8 countries. So what's taken her 7 years to do should have taken her a few months. If she had planned this out properly, rather than just go, oh man, this is bad. I don't think people are I don't think people are thinking. People are just watching videos and enjoying the content. So as far as a content creator who travels the world, MaryJane is servicing her clientele wonderfully. But as far as a world traveler, she's failing at that. Or is she? No, no. She's not failing at being a world traveler. But you know what? Here's my critique about her though. Like planning. She could have planned out, like you could do Europe in a month. Take the Euro rail from train to train. I was going to do that. You could do that. You can go from country to country. Okay? You could hit all of the European countries in a month. If not, a month and a half is possible. Africa, not so much. Africa, nah, you're not doing that with Africa. But she could have gone, yeah, you could do, I'm saying 3 years. 3 years max. But I'm sure life just got in the way. She didn't have it together. She didn't have her money. She had all these little hiccups, little starts, start stop situation with life and other things. Oh, okay, I'll go over here. I have a boyfriend. Oh, my family. I know exactly what that's like. Life gets in the way. I could dig it. But yo, if she was able to scrounge up $15,000 from her followers, $15,000 should have had her complete a vast the majority of these countries that she says she needs to travel to in order to travel to all the world, all the countries in the world. Because this is just ridiculous. She's just stringing people along, and folks are loving it. That's my report. Peace and blessings from iSee109.
You're at 109 right now.